Hi, this is Rich, and you're on Easy Options Trading with Rich. Here's my beautiful wife, Elma.
Hi.
Is that like a little thing?
Heart.
Is that a heart? Okay.
No.
My fingers are too stiff
Just
for
do
that.
like this.
Okay.
Heart.
We are Easy Options Trading with Rich, and we're going to do a real quick March budget. Now, we live in Chicago, Illinois, but we also have a second home here in the Philippines, and we happen to be in the Philippines right now. But to give you an idea, when we're looking at our budget, back in November and December, here's what we were spending, living in Chicago. We're spending right about $5,000, $5,200. This is actual expenses, $5,000 and $5,100 in November and December. And then I set the budget. We came over here at the end of January, and we'll be here for several months. And like I said, our primary residence is in Illinois, but we love living in the Philippines. Elma is from here, and boy, are the expenses a lot cheaper here, aren't they?
Yes.
My goodness. So to give you some idea, just speed ahead here. I'll hide the November and December, and we'll just concentrate on March. I'll leave January up there, but in January we spent $2,000, and in March we spent $1,500. So far in April we're about $854. So to kind of give you an idea here, we're just going to go through these categories real quick. Same categories that we had last month. And eating out, food. I budgeted $200. Now, I'm the one that always wants to go eat out.
There you go.
Yeah, Elma loves to cook, and she's a very good cook. But
I love my dried fish.
Yeah, you love your dried fish. Doesn't every Filipina? And you love fish. I mean, last night you had that fish, and it was really good. But I tend to cook a lot of my own meals, but we'll cook together, so we don't eat out too much. And I eat out with a buddy of mine every week, but we go to McDonald's. Yeah, I go out to
weekends date.
Yeah, we have our weekend date where we go to the restaurants behind the mall, and sometimes in the mall. But in March, we spent $90, and I take some little notes here on where it was. We went to the food court, spent 200 pesos. We went to the Rock Garden, which is about 20 restaurants behind the mall.
A lot of restaurants.
A lot of restaurants.
I love
So for two of us, it was $12.36, and then we ate down at Patagon in Opal, and that for the two of us. Yeah, and I included a tip on that, the $20.86, and had shrimp, and it was really good. Ate at Jollibee for $2.50, Chow King for $6, 2 lunches for Steve and I at the golf course was right about $12. Pape's, boy, that steak you had. What did you have at the Rock Garden?
I got fish.
You got fish, and I got filet mignon.
I got like grilled.
Yeah, well, talk about good. My filet mignon was excellent.
Very cheap.
So, I even put some notes in there about getting some bananas and oranges and potatoes and things like that. Just getting food to eat out. Our groceries, as you can see in the calculating line, that's every time we went to the grocery store, and $18 there, $7 there, $71 there, $39, $3, $7, $8, $36. It all added up to $405, and our budget is $500. So what I was really proud about last month.
500 pesos?
Oh, $500. I put all these in dollars. So
That are monthly?
yeah, that's our budget. And when we were in Chicago, our budget was about $700. What I was really proud about is you found that place.
We spend like $100 a month.
$100 a month.
$100 a month just our food.
Oh, we wish. We wish. I spent $300 just on myself. But anyway, we got Pepsi for 12 bottles for $7, and that came out to 58 cents for a 2 liter of Pepsi in glass. And then just last month we were pointing out how expensive milk is. Milk's $1.07 for a liter, and you got to have 3.8 liters to a gallon. So yeah, it's kind of expensive. And so anyway, no, it's actually more than that. It's 58 cents compared to $1.07 at SM. Yeah, in Walmart in Chicago it was $2.48, and we're getting the same Pepsi in a glass bottle, which I like better in plastic, and we're spending 58 cents instead of $2.48. Now the milk, last month we were pointing out how expensive it was, and I was pointing out that
$1 for 107.
well, actually it's more than 107. It's 100. It's 107 pesos, so it's almost $2 a liter. So I got 3
Very
liters,
expensive here.
and I spent $6 for 3 liters of milk. And then of course we got the general merchandise stuff. The water cooler. We got a water cooler. We spent $206, and the water cooler was what, about $120 of that. Then we bought a little swimming pool, and then I spent $18 for a car wash and all that kind of good stuff. But then we have our rent, $364, our HOA fees, $14, our electricity bill was, yeah, the budget's $120. It happened to come out to $120 this month.
Oh, really?
It was 6,680 pesos, and that came out to $120. It was a couple cents over that. And meds, doctor's appointments, we didn't have any. We didn't have any PhilHealth yet. I still haven't signed up for the PhilHealth. And then entertainment, having parties, little fiestas, stuff like that, no big deal. We budgeted $225. We actually spent $126. We didn't go anywhere last month. Elma won't take me out. She keeps me in the closet. I'm not allowed to go out and see anybody.
There you
So,
go.
yeah.
Yes.
Right. Gasoline last month was $31. I didn't put any.
Yes?
Yeah. We only
Just
filled
a
up.
car?
We only filled up one time. I didn't put any gas in your motorcycle or my motorcycle, which was a mistake, because the other day, on Monday, when I did put gas in my NMAX, I realized I hadn't put any gas in it since January,
You killed
and
your
I was in the
bike.
U.S. for 6 months before that, so I'd gone 9 months. Yeah, I killed my bike. I took off. I was behind the mall, and it was starting to chug off and on, off and on. I kept hitting the gas, and I pulled over to a
You're
service
silly.
station, and the motorcycle guy
You
looked
didn't
at
look
it.
your screen that.
No, I was down to a
my
quarter of a
motor
tank.
needs water.
I had plenty of money. I mean, plenty of gas. I had plenty of gas. Problem was, the gas had plenty
You
of
have
water.
plenty of money. Give me
Yeah, I had
some.
plenty of money. Yeah, I'll give it to you too. But anyway, I filled it up with premium, and it took 6 liters. It's only a 7-liter tank, and it took 6 liters. And as soon as I put that premium gas in, boom, it took off. So as you can see, the gas in April, I put $7.14 in gas in my motorcycle, and then $31 in the Toyota SUV. So last month I put $31.06 in the Toyota. This month, for April so far, $31.03. Almost exactly the same as last month. And gas is more expensive here than it is in the U.S. It runs right about $4 a gallon. So it's right about what, 62 pesos for a liter, and it takes 3.8 liters, and there's 56 pesos to $1. So it's right about $4.10, $4.25, somewhere in there for a gallon, which doesn't kill us because you don't go very far. From here, what are we, 7 kilometers down to downtown? We live up here on Uptown.
know.
Yeah, we live in Uptown.
Because
We're
it depends on
1,024 feet above sea level, and sea level's where the ocean's at. So that makes sense, sea level and ocean. And we're 7 kilometers from the ocean. So kilometer is 0.617 of a mile. So we're about 4 miles from the ocean. So we don't spend a lot of money in gas. It's handy to have the car. We don't pay much in registration and insurance, and the car is paid for. Cars, used cars are they're almost the same as a new car here. Very different. The new cars are a little less expensive than what you'd pay in the U.S. Maybe about 20% less than what you'd pay in the U.S. But when you go to buy the used car, they don't appreciate.
No, they're very expensive here.
It's expensive compared to a new car, yeah.
But in USA, it look like they give away the car.
Oh, in USA, as soon as you drive it off the lot,
man.
it drops 20%.
Cannot believe the car here.
Yeah. So then our
expensive
internet
even
is
used car.
$44 every month. It's the same amount every month. And then I've got my software for my YouTube channel, and I do Pictory movies. I make college courses on Udemy,
No idea about
and
that.
I make books through Amazon. So I need the Camtasia, the artificial intelligence, and ChatGPT. I use Pictory, and then I have a VPN, ExpressVPN, which we pay once a year, and it's like $119. So I put all those in the comments really here. Oh, I forgot about Snagit. I got Snagit, and I got GPT, and then I've got Pictory, and then I've got the website. Forgot about that too. But I paid for 3 years of the website.
Too expensive than me.
Oh, I know. I got a whole bunch of toys in there. But all that software ran $348. Now, some of those are for 3 years, so I won't have any cost. So I'm figuring $50 a month, and that's going to be probably less than that. Cloud storage. You have a lot of photos. I went from 50 to 200 gigabytes because you'd like to save a lot of photos. They will take
I
pictures.
never have any there. What you're
You
talking
have
about?
48 gigabytes in there.
I have no idea.
I had 0.8 of photos.
I hate picture. I have no picture.
Oh yeah, no pictures. You take pictures of your food 3 times a day. Then we have the phone.
I hate to publish my personality online. That's why.
Oh, I know you got your personality online. By the way, if you want to watch her with Philippine culture, look at the playlist that says Trading with Rich in the Philippines. So anyway, she's got a bunch of stuff out there.
I have my channel.
Yeah, you have your channel. And the name of your channel?
Philippine Cow Pinoy.
Philippine Cow Pinoy. And Pinoy is boy, so she's the Philippine cowboy.
I am a Pinay.
Because
A Philippine Cow Pinoy.
So we got cloud storage at 5. We got phone at 34. I'm still on the Best Buy executive plan. When I retired, they let me keep my phone plan, which is very cheap.
I hope they don't cut you.
No, they said they wouldn't. They said they wouldn't cut me off. They
So
said
that
as long
was
as I
your
don't change my
retirement-
plan.
That was your retirement. Best
We've been on it
Buy.
for 5 years, so
That was your
they haven't cut us
retirement.
off yet.
That was your retirement Best Buy plan for the phone, for the line.
Right.
Which has...
So 2
Yeah.
phone
Oh,
lines.
Thank you, Best Buy.
Yeah, thank you, Best Buy. 2 lines for $34. American
There
lines.
you go.
Can't complain.
Thank you.
And I can use them when I'm in
Unlimited
Chicago.
data. Thank you.
Yep. So we just keep our American phone number. We're in Chicago. People can get a hold of us, and we get out here. They just text us. It's fine. So
enjoy
repairs on the motorcycle, we had none in March. No car insurance because we paid it earlier. We paid
Because
$47.
We have the date when we renew our insurance.
Once a year.
Because our last number in our car, Rust, is 1. So it means 1 January. If your last number of your car is 2, so your renewal is February. So like our motor. So our motor is both October, the renewal of our registration. So
Yeah. So anyway, registration for the year was only $42, and that's for the car. That wasn't for the motorcycle.
For the motorcycle
Oh.
is like more than 1,000.
So 1,000 pesos is $19. So we're probably going to be like $19 for the registration for the motorcycle. And we had water, and I tend to put in here how many bottles of water. So far in April, we picked up 5 bottles yesterday, and that cost $2.27. Last
We
month,
have 12 bottles.
last month we had 6 bottles, and then
10.
in
got 10.
No, you're thinking of the month before, February. So we had 9 bottles. And
Very cheap.
cash,
Got it.
miscellaneous cash, I just figure out how much money we have at the end of the month, and when we're spending cash, I put the cash into the categories. So altogether, we're paying $7 for Netflix, and over here we've got YouTube Premium and Netflix, and then I have a whole bunch of free streaming programs for when we're watching TV over here. So February we spent $2,000. March we spent $1,500, and we're well on our way to spending $1,500 for April.
That's very expensive.
No, it's not. It is for a Filipino when you're making $300 a month, but for an American, didn't you just see the first part that said $5,000 a month in Chicago? Yeah. When
Because
we're
I eat rice, that's why it's very expensive.
okay. Well, that is our budget for the month of March,
March.
and we'll go ahead and pop out a new one later for April when we get past this month.
Yes.
All right.
We cannot do our budget in April because
Right. So I'm just showing the
started.
expenses. I'm not showing the income down below. Suffice it to say that I set the budget at $3,000, and I'm perfectly happy if we can keep it under 3. If we spend 55 in America and we spend 3 while we're over here monthly, then I'm real happy. We're able to save a ton of money, and everything's good. Everything's happy. So Elma and Rich, Easy Options Trading with Rich, month of March. Bye.
Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Exactly.
Thank you.